Well, hello everybody. I have not made a video in a very, very long time, I know. Apologies. But today I've decided to do a little video, obviously. And I wanted to speak about Final Fantasy. It's probably my favourite gaming series, like, ever. Final Fantasy 7 was the first game I ever played. And, well, yeah, I love it. So, where to start? So, my favourite Final Fantasy will probably be... Okay, I know a lot of people are going to be like, fanboy, but it is probably Final Fantasy 7. It was the first game I played, it introduced me to the entire series. Final Fantasy 7 was like one of the first games I ever played. I have 3 copies of the game, and that's just for the PlayStation. And then I've got it on PC as well, you know, you got it. And, well, yeah, it's an amazing game. I loved it so much as a child, and I still play it to this day. Now and again, I'll be like, what shall I play? Got me PlayStation 3 games, got me Xbox games, and it's just like, Final Fantasy 7, yeah. It's, I just love the story of it between everyone. Just like Cloud doing these little soppy bits. I hate Cloud. I am sorry. I hate Cloud. He's one of the worst. I wouldn't say the worst. It's a bit harsh. He's just one of the most moany and whiny characters. He's always upset and depressed. Even in the film, he smiles for one scene. Come on, guy. Be happy. I know Sephiroth fucked up your town and you had a bad childhood. You can't even remember your childhood that well. You think you're Zack when you're not. You're just not as good. And just everything. You didn't even make it into Soldier, you little Shinra soldier. Crap boy. Well, anyway. And it was just an amazing game. From going from Midgar all the way, like, just the entire game. It was just so good. Having the team together. I loved Cloud. I hated Cloud. I loved Cloud when I first played the game, and I was like 10 years old. Now, come another 10 years later, I hate Cloud. He is such a pussy boy. I can't stand the little fuck. Some little thing, and he's like, it's like, shut up already, pussy. See, Zack is my favourite character from that game now, especially after playing Crisis Core, which was amazing. I didn't like the fighting, but just being able to play as Zack and the whole story and how it unfolded and you saw everything, I just thought it was ace. I just preferred the fighting would be, I don't know, because it is just him, and doing turn-based with one character would be a bit naff. But yeah, okay, sidetracking a little bit. Final Fantasy 7. Okay, it was just an awesome game. The music was incredible. The game setting's incredible. Loved all the characters. Some I thought were a bit pointless. Like, well, they weren't pointless, but to use were pointless. In the story they came out, but to use, like, Yuffie, whatever you want to call her, didn't really see that much point unless you wanted to max your characters out, and obviously you use Morph because it didn't reduce your damage with her. Other than that, I thought she was very crap, but I liked the side quest for her, where she stole all your materia and then killed the Dawn. Fucking boss. And then, yeah, go up the tower and defeat everyone. Which I thought was actually incredibly easy. I was really disappointed as I never used it, and then all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, I just defeated a tower of a character I don't even use ever. And she's missable. Understandable. I liked Barrett. He was a cool guy. Come on, he had a gun on his arm. Cool guy. Not by choice though. But yeah, Aerith I liked. Tifa. Other than that, I actually used her quite a bit because I liked her limit break, which was pretty decent, having like multiple hits. But yeah, it was just an all-round good game. Vincent is overrated as well, I must say. Sorry, all you fans. He's overrated. What's so good about some emo kid that used to be like a little vampire with a claw? Fuck off! Evan will go for villains now at the game. Sephiroth is not the villain! I'll go on to that later and explain why. But the true villains 2, are Jenova, which is pretty obvious, which I'll also go on to later when I explain Sephiroth and why he's a little mommy's boy and a pussy. Used to be my favourite character until about 6 months ago. I learned why. I'll teach you. And then the other one, which he's so underrated. Hojo. Come on, he injected Jenova cells directly into Sephiroth's mother, which then created, like, Uber Sephiroth. Jenova isn't his mother, which he thinks he is. Silly boy. Also injected the Jenova cells directly into Cloud, Zack, trying to make the next Sephiroth. That's why he's referred to as a failure in the second disc, when really Cloud surpasses him. Cloud kills him in the first, defeats him in the first place in his hometown, but Cloud is a pussy. But Hojo is such a badass. He injects directly into himself to give himself this awesome ability to morph into 3 different enemies which you have to fight. And not gonna lie, when I was 10 playing the game, I struggled defeating him. Now the game doesn't even faze me, it's dead easy. But then, he was such a challenge. It was just so good. The characters on that game were so great. Just Sephiroth was, until about 6 months ago, my favourite villain. And I'll tell you why. So I thought Sephiroth was this badass motherfucker with this big ass sword that only he could use. It would take 3 men to wield, and he used it with his left hand and sliced up shit. Brought a fucking meteor down it's just so good. And then I just realised that Sephiroth's in the game for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay, I completed the game and I completed it in 9 hours, 19 minutes, I think it was. That was my fastest game through. And yeah, okay, I'll be nice. He's in it for about 20. All the way through the game, you keep seeing Sephiroth through it. You see, you see Sephiroth kill the President Shinra. You see Sephiroth kill the fucking snake. On the fucking marshlands, fucking just stuck on a big pine tree thing, and he's just down. It's oh. And then on the fucking boat, Sephiroth. And, like that, just through the entire game, it's not Sephiroth. Why do you think after every time you see him, and you battle, it's with a part of Jenova? Because it's Jenova. If you got it, it's Jenova. It goes through the game, even Hojo explains that he's trying to make clones of Sephiroth. And where do you find Sephiroth at the end game? In the Northern Cave. Why is he there? Because he never left. When Cloud fought with Sephiroth in his hometown and got stabbed by Sephiroth, and he threw Sephiroth using his blade into the Mako reactor, into the live stream and all that, Sephiroth died. Well, didn't die. He was in this cocoon of live stream materia and just preserved basically. You don't see Sephiroth. See the whole game, he's not there. The only time you see him is when you go in the flashback So there's your one incident. When you go to the Northern Cave in the second disc, and Cloud puts the dark materia into the cocoon, and it like all blackens, and Sephiroth falls, and everything falls, and the weapons awaken, which Sephiroth didn't do. He didn't even awaken the weapons. They woke themselves because they thought the planet was in danger. Sephiroth didn't do it. The live stream did. Get that. And then, the third time you see him is when you fight him at the end. Oh, wait. Before you think, those two big bosses, you fight Genova, you fight, what is it, like, the Bizarre Sephiroth and then Safer Sephiroth. They're not Sephiroth. After you defeat Safer Sephiroth, which, by the way, such a shit last boss. Supernova! Whoa! Planet's destroyed! Whoa! Another planet destroyed! Planet's destroyed! Goes through the sun, hits me! 3,000 damage. Come on! I could take 3 of them and still survive, you dickhead! I'm hitting you with my blade! I'm hitting 9999. I'm hitting you with the fucking fists! 9999. You hit me with the sun. 3,000. Pathetic. I'm not saying I want you to one hit me, but like, come on, like 7,000. Like, if you hit me and then done the move, I should be dead. But I'm just like a boss. Swap it off, dick. Sorry, there's so much swearing in this video. Apologies. And like, yeah, then Cloud just goes through right to the centre of the Northern Cavern and just fights him. You don't even have the chance to do anything. It's like, you must use Omni Slash. It's like, it's just that, innit? It's not even you're not even fighting Sephiroth. You've got one move, which even if you haven't unlocked in the game, you get for the last. You could be on the first level limit break, and you'll unlock the last best one just for the last boss, and it's just like, Sephiroth's meant to be this awesome dude. Swiped him down without even any hassle. I didn't even need the lemmy break. I reckon if I just looked at him and went poke with me little finger, he'd be dead. And he just bleeds all over. It's like, come on. Oh shit. But that being said, he is pretty badass in the film. But I'm on about the game, and he does fuck all in it. Calm down. But yeah, it was such an amazing game. Like, it's the first time, like, I didn't play the previous Final Fantasies before this. It was the first time I saw a Final Fantasy character die. In fact, any game I ever played, it was the first game I played. But you know, it's not what you expect. You're like, oh, main character, oh, she's doing all this, oh, she's ace, she's like one of the ancients, one of this, etc. And it's like, okay, she's dead. Why can't I just use a Phoenix Down? But, you know, Cloud's an idiot, he doesn't think of that, did he? Fucking hell. Hit by the sun, 3,000 damage, stabbed, death. Game logic, so stupid. Final Fantasy was an amazing game, and if you've never played it, I don't know what the fuck you've done all your life. And if you have, play it and beat the weapons. The weapons are the hard bit of the game. They're so good. I love Ruby weapon. It's like, and his fingers come out and it's like, good shit. But the game's too easy. The game, well, Final Fantasy is too easy. Well, that concludes Final Fantasy 7.